Okay, good morning. Start of a new week, back in work. First job on the agenda is taking this car back. I've just had this on a rental for a short term and then fetching out a long-term company rental. I say long-term, it'll be about 3 months, all things being equal, but I don't have a leasing car now that I'm not here full time, so I usually have a long-term rental. So I've got to go quite a long way to get it because there was nothing available nearby. So I'm going to Katrina home with this car now, and then I will be going on a train journey with 2 changes to the city of Örebro, which isn't that far away. It's about an hour and a half drive, slightly less possibly. And I will be fetching the car that I've booked, which the car that I wanted, hopefully. That's the whole reason why I have to go so far away. And coming back to Flean with it. So, yeah, come along for the trip. First port of call is Katrina home, take this car back and then to the station. Right, stopped off, just filled up and gonna quick wash the car before I leave it back to them. 10:26 is the time, and my train goes at 11:03, so I have got 37 minutes. Okay, multitasking. I just ordered a taxi while I was sitting here in the car wash. It's now 10:33. I asked him to fetch me at 10:45, so it is now done. I can drive out. All washed. Okay, all done here. Just waiting for my taxi. Some pretty dark clouds up there though. Okay, yeah. At the station in Katrina home now. I didn't film the taxi, but it was very nice. A company called Lina's Taxi, and very helpful and friendly guy who turned up on time, and yeah, recommend. So just about 7 or 8 minutes before my train goes, so all is in order. So far so good. These are the new tåg that they were trialling just before we left. I never actually got to go on one yet, but they're the trains for the Mälaren region, which is like the big lake that I was talking about, so they can run up either side and round about, and they replace the old pretty crappy trains that they had before. So yeah, good stuff. And I'm going on one of them now in a minute.
Välkommen ombord på Mälartåg. Vi ber er hålla avstånd till varandra. Undvik trängsel ombord vid på- och avstigning och på stationen. Tack för att du visar omtanke när du reser. Trevlig resa. Welcome on board on Mälartåg. We ask you to keep your distance and avoid congestion. Thank you for showing consideration. We wish you a pleasant journey.
Okay, arrived in Eskilstuna, changed into another one of these trains to Örebro, which goes in about 7 or 8 minutes, so not long to wait. Okay, to train number 2. Right, second train journey over. I'm in the town of Örebro, which is a small town on the north side of Mälaren. The local authority here is a customer of mine. Been here many times working. And I have a train from here in about 15 minutes, which will take me to Örebro, which is my final destination. So yeah, 15 minutes or so to wait now. Okay, arrived in Örebro, and not quite sure where I'm going. I've got an hour to kill now, but it's a bit of a way up to the. Oh God, they're shouting loud. It's a bit of a way up to the place where I'm going to fetch the car. So I'm going to try and get something to eat and see how I get on. Well, it's not very warm, that's for sure. Backed in wind cutting right through me here, but now food. I see a lot of taxis there, so that's one thing. I think if I can find something to eat around here, then I can go and get a taxi up to the place that I need to go. It's about 3 kilometers from it, so look for food, that's the next thing. Alright, I'm still looking for something to eat at the minute. Örebro is one of the few cities in Sweden that I don't really know very well. I've never had much business here. It is actually home to one of our major competitors, which is probably why we don't get much business here, or any for that matter, really. But anyway, I'm still looking. Greek coal grill. And there was a falafel king I saw on the Google Maps just around the corner. Let's have a look, see what's what. This Greek place looks a bit fancy, not quite what I was after. Okay, lunch at the Falafel King. Looks alright. Hungry. Okay, that was good. Shawarma and the trimmings. So now it's about 1:45, which is perfect. I'm going to go back to the station and get a taxi. Go and fetch my car and then head back. I've got to stop and get a couple of things on the way. But hopefully all the things will go smoothly. Right, as I make my way back, there's the taxis on the other side of the road over there. As I make my way back, I wanted to address something that comes up a lot in the comments recently, and that is, well, you sound very British for a Swede, or why have you got such a British accent for being a Swede? Well, there's a simple answer to that. I'm not a Swede. I am British, born and bred. I have a British passport. I've never been a Swede, never said I'm a Swede. What I have said, and what is the truth of the matter, is I moved to Sweden in the 1990s, and I met Jo, my wife, my Thai wife, in Sweden at the time of filming this, just over 11 years ago. Now, Jo doesn't speak English, which is why we don't speak English together. You know, it's quite hard to speak a language with somebody that doesn't speak it. She had already lived in Sweden for quite some years before we met, and spoke Swedish, so obviously we speak Swedish. And as I say, I moved here at the end of the 90s. I've had my own business here, or I co-own a business here, which we started together, myself and my business partner, in 2004, or was it 2005? It's a long time ago anyway. And yeah, it's what I do. I help to run this business, and we have a house here. My stepdaughter lives here, but I am not Swedish and never said I was. So now you know. Right, taxi to my garage or Hertz place. Okay, there it is, the key. Everything went very smoothly. So yeah, same as I had before. An XC40. It's a small SUV, but it's all right. So let's get going. Right, so all done. I stopped off a couple of shops on the way out from Örebro in the city there, and now I'm heading back. Gonna stop off at my favourite supermarket, Lidl, and get a couple of things on the way because I will be passing there and it's a bit out of the way normally. And yeah, that's it. So that was my little trip today. I've got about an hour drive back altogether from here now. So it's about 1.5 hours in total. But I stopped a couple of times before I left the city. But unfortunately, this road is rather slow, and it's just speed camera after speed camera. So it's very difficult to make up any time. But that's how it is. Anyway, onwards and upwards.